In our last videos, we put in a glass curtain wall and then a series of spandrel panels and horizontal mullions just by placing in grid lines directly onto the surface. And then we added vertical based on 4-foot increments, actually changing the type of the curtain wall. So we went into edit type and changed this vertical grid to a fixed distance of 4 feet, and then put a mullion, interior type mullion of 2.5 by 5. Now what we want to do is create an opening for a window, and basically the way that you do it is the same way that we did it when we created this door opening here, okay, in the storefront. So it's almost identical. So to do that, we want to put two 3/0 doors, or 6 feet, and our module here is on 4 feet. And if we look, we'll see that there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So what we're going to do is use the middle panel, and we're basically, if this is 4 feet, we need another foot over here, and we need another foot over here, right? So I'm going to go into the north elevation so I can look on this straight on and zoom in here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so this is the one. Okay, so I'm going to add a grid line over here, 1 foot, and another grid line over here. And to do that, I'm just going to go into architecture, curtain grids. Okay, and as you can see, there's my vertical, and I'm just going to put a grid line in here. I'll change its location, and you'll notice it's automatically putting verticals, but we're going to delete those anyway, so I'm going to set this there. Okay, and then I should have gone down to the subcategory level, so I'm going to select this whole thing and go down here. This will give me a little more control. And so I'm going to go ahead and delete this one. So I'll unlock it because I don't want that there. And I'm going to delete this because I don't want that there. I'm going to use the spandrel panel that's up here as a part of the door, but I think I may actually turn it into glass. So I'm going to delete this one too, and this one here. Okay. And then what I want to do is remove these portions of those grid lines. And to do that, I'm going to just select that grid. You'll see add and remove segments. And then I'm going to unlock the grid and let's click it again, add and remove segments. And I'm going to delete those segments. Add and remove. Okay, so those are now out of there. So you'll notice the associated mullions move too. That I'm going to keep my 4-foot grid above that. So I want to remove, once again, the let's tab here until I get a hold of the whole grid line. There we go. And then we're going to add and remove segments again. And I want to keep my 4-foot there, so I probably want to keep that. Delete elements. And then it's deleting those mullions. That's the reason I'm deleting the lines here. And delete elements. Okay. So I've gone through and removed all of the grid elements that I wanted in order to create the opening. And I could come back in here and add additional stuff if I wanted to. And so the next thing I'm going to do now is take this panel. So I'm going to tab down, hit the tab key until I get this panel right here. Okay, you can see it lines up with them. And what I'm going to do, just like I did before, this time I'm going to use a mullionless double curtain wall double glass, and I'm just going to replace this. So now this is 8 feet tall by 3 feet. If I wanted it 7 foot, then I could cut it there and do something different or whatever. But 8 foot tall doors are fine. Okay, and so that's how I add an operable door into the curtain wall. Like I said, it's the same procedure really that you would do in a storefront.